This is a WFXR Sports Special presentation. Welcome to the Commonwealth Bowl Blitz.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell, hoping your day is wonderful and blessed. Welcome to our annual Commonwealth Bowl Blitz special. Over the next 30 minutes, we take a look at the 4 Commonwealth teams participating in bowl games. That's Virginia Tech, Virginia, Liberty, and Old Dominion. And we're going to get the show started, or the party started, as we look at the Virginia Tech Hokies in this edition of the Commonwealth Bowl Blitz. Now, looking at the Hokies, they are bowl eligible for the 29th straight season. The Virginia Tech Hokies, they are, as we mentioned, always a lock for going to bowls. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for the Hokies of Virginia Tech when it comes to bowls. Now, this is Tech's 34th bowl appearance. The Hokies' bowl record is 13-20. Virginia Tech, they are on a 3-game bowl losing streak. Their last bowl came in the 2019 Belk Bowl. Kentucky won over Virginia Tech 37-30 on December 31st. The last bowl win was the 2016 Belk Bowl as Virginia Tech. They defeated Arkansas, came back from 24 points down to win 35-24 on December 26th. Now, Virginia Tech taking on Maryland in the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, 2:15. That's Wednesday, December the 29th. It's the 11th Pinstripe Bowl, the Hokies' 32nd meeting against Maryland. Virginia Tech, they have a losing record against Maryland, 15-16. Of course, the last game they played each other was in 2013 when Virginia Tech lost in overtime to Maryland, 27-24 back in Blacksburg. Now, back on December 5th, Virginia Tech accepted its first ever invitation to the new era Pinstripe Bowl in New York City. As we mentioned, the Hokies will square off against Maryland at 2:15 on Wednesday, December 29th at Yankee Stadium. Both teams needed a win in their last game to become bowl eligible. The Hokies and Terps have a common opponent in West Virginia, the Mountaineers. Now, Maryland won their game against WVU while Virginia Tech lost their game to the Mountaineers. Virginia Tech interim coach J.C. Price is proud of what the team had to do to get to the bowl game, and that is getting a win over Virginia.
Well, beating your in-state rival is always a big thing, but then to beat them and become bowl eligible was a great feat for us. And everything that our team has gone through, I will scream to the mountaintops that, that this has got to be down in history as one of the mentally toughest, just strongest teams that Virginia Tech has ever had, because through all the adversity this team has been through, close losses, the coaching change, all those things, they've never splintered. They have stayed together, and our team unity cannot be any stronger than it is right now.
Now, with the Pinstripe Bowl taking place at Yankee Stadium, the home of the New York Yankees, there's a special connection between Virginia Tech and the New York Yankees. Following that fateful day, April 16, 2007, in the Virginia Tech massacre where 32 people were killed, the New York Yankees reached out to Virginia Tech about playing a baseball game in March 2008. And since that time, that phone call, the two have been united ever since. Not only did the Yankees donate $1 million to the Hokies Spirit Memorial Fund, they organized an exhibition game between the Yankees and the Hokies. Yankees owner George Steinbrenner wanted to do his part to help the community heal. Andrew Wells was a pitcher for the Virginia Tech baseball team at the time of the Virginia Tech tragedy. He shares his thoughts about the Yankees helping out the Hokies.
What stands out to me is we had an opportunity here to play against the Yankees and have fun and have a good laugh and entertain the crowd that came out that day, which was tremendous. But if you think about the Yankees' agenda that day, which not many people may know about, their first stop was the drill field and the memorial. And that just told us then, and should tell everyone now, it was not about a day of baseball. It was about a day of remembrance. And again, still mourning and still living in that shock, but trying to bring the community together to overcome. And they were just so important in that effort. It's like the tragedy a year prior. It's really hard to explain what it meant to me, but I recognized then, and I can fully appreciate now, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about our baseball program. It was about this campus, this community, in this town. Some still mourning, others trying to rally and come together and overcome that tragedy that we endured. And it was pretty special for the Yankees to be a part of that. For that day and for what the Yankees meant, obviously any MLB organization could have contributed. None were required, but I think that was the start of the Hokies-Yankees bond, because they did step up in a way that no one could have imagined, athletic department included. And for them to be here and in this dugout with us just a few feet away playing in that exhibition game, it's a moment that I'll never forget.
Now, back on November 30th, we got word former Penn State defensive coordinator Brent Pry will become the Virginia Tech head football coach, replacing Justin Fuente after 6 seasons. Pry is the guy. Yes, Brent Pry has a special connection with Virginia Tech. In the mid-1990s, he was a graduate assistant with the team. He is finally back home. He's humbled and honored to be the leader of the Hokies football program. Now, Pry's father, Jim, played collegiately at Marshall and began his own 40-year college coaching career at his alma mater in 1973. Now, the elder Pry went on to enjoy a distinguished career that included stops at VMI as well as other places as a high school head football coach. Pry played his high school football at the old Lexington High School in the late 1980s. Coming up on Commonwealth Bowl Blitz, we check in on the Virginia Cavaliers as they prepare for their first ever Fenway Bowl action against the Southern Methodist Mustangs.
And now, back to the Commonwealth Bowl Blitz.
Commonwealth Bowl Blitz back on the scene right here on WFXR. Next bowl previews on the Virginia Cavaliers. So let's take a look at UVA and their bowl history. The Fenway Bowl will be UVA's 22nd bowl appearance. Cavaliers 8-13 overall in bowls. Their last bowl game, the 2019 Orange Bowl, Florida beating Virginia 36-28 back on December 30th. Their last bowl win came in the 2018 Belk Bowl. Virginia shutting out South Carolina 28-0 on December 29th that year. This is the first ever meeting between Virginia and SMU. Virginia, they've lost 4 of their last 5 bowl games, and this is the first ever Fenway Bowl. Now, Virginia at 6-6 will play Southern Methodist at 8-4 in the inaugural Fenway Bowl, played at Fenway Park Wednesday, December 29th. Game scheduled for kickoff time of 11 a.m. The contest will be the first college football bowl game to be played at the historic home of the Boston Red Sox and the first Division I bowl game to be held in New England. Football games have been played at Fenway Park as far back as 1914. The Cavaliers will play their first game in the city of Boston since 2010 when they visited Boston College. The inaugural Fenway Bowl was scheduled to be part of the 2020-2021 bowl season, but was not held due to COVID-19 concerns. The biggest story connected to the football program this past season for Virginia, the announcement 2 weeks ago of Bronco Mendenhall stepping down as head football coach after the Fenway Bowl. The announcement hit close to home for one family, and WFXR Sports' David de Guzman shares how Glenver head football coach Kevin Clifford, the announcement impacted him and his family.
In Bronco Mendenhall's 6 seasons with the Cavaliers, the head coach impacted dozens of student athletes, including Glenver alum Josh Clifford. And after Mendenhall announced his resignation, I caught up with Josh's dad and Highlanders head coach Kevin Clifford to reflect on the impact Mendenhall had on Josh and the family.
I know exactly the implications of people, because that's the decision. That's the world I live in. The decisions I make, in fact, impact families and young people, and so I don't take it lightly.
When Bronco Mendenhall decided to step down from his head coaching role at UVA, the decision shocked nearly everyone, including Kevin Clifford and his son Josh, who is wrapping up his career as a Cavalier.
He was shocked and he was upset because he really likes Coach Mendenhall, and he understands what Coach Mendenhall, the opportunity that he gave him. And he's very much appreciative of that opportunity and grateful for it. And I think when we were sad because we really think a lot of him as a human being.
After playing for his dad at Glenver, Josh became a preferred walk-on at Virginia and got to be part of a program on the rise under Mendenhall's direction. From bowl games to a signature victory over rival Virginia Tech in 2019, there was plenty for the Clifford family to be grateful for.
And just the experience, the fact that my son went to UVA, got to play in a Power 5 conference, got on the field a little bit, and played for good men that cared about his well-being.
As Mendenhall gets set to depart Charlottesville, his character has left an impact on the athletes and families associated with the program.
I just think the way he handled himself with integrity and honesty and just class. And I'm proud my son was associated with another man like that.
And as a dad and fellow head coach himself, Kevin Clifford understood Mendenhall's decision to focus more time on family.
And I think every coach eventually comes to that point, where you start evaluating what's more important. I think it's really cool that he decided when and where. And And I think that's important for all of us. And if my wife came to me today and said, I want you to quit coaching, I'd quit coaching.
Mendenhall still has one more game with the Wahoos before going their separate ways. And as for what's next,
we're going to move on, and when Josh graduates, and you know, and it'll be memories that will last a lifetime for us, fond and good memories.
Memories made possible by Bronco Mendenhall.
Josh Clifford has already earned his degree at UVA, but still has 2 years of eligibility remaining. He's chosen to enter the transfer portal as a graduate transfer.
Thank you so much, David. Now, the new era is getting underway in Charlottesville as the University of Virginia announced on Monday they introduced their next head football coach, Tony Elliott. It was a warm welcome outside the McHugh Center. Current and former UVA football players, as well as donors and alumni gathering to greet Tony Elliott. Now, his first public appearance since the announcement was official last Friday. Much of the focus of his opening remarks was on the program itself and doing things the right way. There was very little on X's and O's and more of a message on making a positive impact on the lives of the players and turning Virginia into a model program for all of the college football. After spending the last 11 years on the staff at Clemson, Tony Elliott is ready to take the helm of the Cavaliers, his first head coaching role of his career. David de Guzman has more on the Cavaliers' new head football coach.
This is a pivotal moment for our football program, and we are honored to have Coach Elliott as our coach, as our leader.
In an outdoor setting set against the bright December sun, a new day arrived on the grounds of the University of Virginia with the arrival of Tony Elliott.
I have patiently waited for this opportunity, and I'm ready. Over the past 11 years, I've seen the establishment of a championship culture, what it looks like, and I'm prepared for this moment.
After spending 11 seasons on Dabo Swinney's staff at Clemson, Virginia marks Elliott's first head coaching role. And in his first introductory press conference, he laid out his vision for UVA to become a model program in the sport.
My goal is to contribute to changing the narrative in college football and demonstrate that you can win at the highest level, and you can do so while achieving excellence in education, leadership, and service.
His journey already inspiring players and fans at UVA. The California native spending part of his childhood homeless before moving to South Carolina to settle with his aunt and uncle.
I was a lost child because of the circumstances, but you know, by the grace of God, you know, I was saved by my family and my aunt, football, education, and really the first moment I was sitting up on the 3rd floor and I looked out and I saw the V and I realized, dude, you're the head coach at Virginia. Like, really? Like, you're the head coach.
That was David de Guzman with a report. Coach Elliott has also been an assistant coach at South Carolina State and Furman. So this will be Elliott's first coaching job outside of the Palmetto State. Coming up on Commonwealth Bowl Blitz, we check in on the Liberty Flames as they prepare for tomorrow's LendingTree Bowl against the Eastern Michigan Eagles.
And now, back to the Commonwealth Bowl Blitz.
And we're back with more Commonwealth Bowl Blitz on WFXR. Our next bowl previews on the Liberty Flames. Let's take a look at LU and their bowl history. Now, Saturday's LendingTree Bowl will be the Flames' 3rd straight bowl game and 3rd overall. LU 2-0 in bowl games. The Flames' last bowl game came in 2020 in the Cure Bowl back on the day after Christmas last year. They won a thriller over Coastal Carolina 37-34 in overtime. Liberty's only previous matchup with Eastern Michigan came on October 14th, 1989. That was a historic game for the Flames. Eric Green, the program's only NFL first-round draft pick, caught the winning TD pass with 11 seconds remaining to give the Flames their first ever win over an FBS opponent, 25-24. Now, Liberty got off to a 7-2 start on the season, but ending the regular season on a 3-game losing streak to go to 7-5 isn't sitting well with LU. The Flames will look to wrap up their 3rd season in a row with a bowl game win when the Flames square off against Eastern Michigan, also at 7-5 at the LendingTree Bowl tomorrow in Mobile, Alabama. Kickoff time set for 5:45. WFXR Sports' Ryan Moy gives us more on the Flames as they get ready for tomorrow's matchup.
Well, the last 3 games of the Liberty University 2021 football season didn't go as planned. This Saturday, the Flames get another chance to not only end their season on a high note, but also set the tone for next year.
Losing the last 3 games of the season isn't how Liberty head football coach Hugh Freeze expected to end the year. Really didn't like the way our season ended. Felt like it's my fault and I'm responsible, and I want to have a different feeling going into the off season.
Saturday, the Flames will compete against Eastern Michigan in the LendingTree Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. This is Liberty's third bowl appearance in 3 seasons, and an opportunity the players aren't taking for granted.
It really means a lot to me that I get to go out there and just finish with those guys and just go out there and just get another opportunity and another game to just go showcase our talent on the field.
Really enjoyed seeing Alabama pop up. Coming from this is going to be the 3rd game this season that we're playing in Alabama. So, definitely good on my family, travel-wise and everything. So we can get a bunch of family and a bunch of my friends come down and watch the game.
The Flames are 2-0 in bowl game appearances with wins against Georgia Southern in 2019 and Coastal Carolina in the Cure Bowl last year. They're hoping they can continue their streak and finish the year out strong.
2-3 straight bowls, 3 straight wins. So I was going out there and just preparing and going out there and playing our LU style of football. It means a lot for us to go out there and get a 3rd one.
Obviously, Coach Freeze preached big on finishing, and I think that's something that we're really buying into. Just trying to finish, send these seniors out with a win, send Coach Greg out with a win as well.
Well, in terms of facing the Eagles, Coach Freeze said, quote, "We have a great challenge, but it's one that we're really looking forward to." The Flames hit the field this Saturday at Hancock Whitney Stadium. Kickoff is set for 5:45 p.m. For WFXR Sports, I'm Ryan Moy.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Coming up on Commonwealth Bowl Blitz, we check in on the Old Dominion Monarchs as they prepare for Monday's Myrtle Beach Bowl against the Tulsa Golden Hurricane.
And now, back to the Commonwealth Bowl Blitz.
And welcome back to the Commonwealth Bowl Blitz. We shine a spotlight on the Old Dominion Monarchs. On Monday afternoon at 2:30, ODU will play Tulsa in the Myrtle Beach Bowl in Conway, South Carolina. So let's take a look at the Monarchs Bowl history. It is a brief one. This will be the Monarchs' 2nd bowl appearance. ODU has only been playing FBS football since 2013 after a 10-3 season in 2016, including a 7-1 mark in Conference USA play. Old Dominion made it to their first bowl berth, defeating Central Michigan in the 2016 Bahamas Bowl 24-20. Monday's matchup will be the first ever meeting between the Monarchs and the Golden Hurricane. Now, ODU at one point in the season, they were 1-6. They got on a roll. To win 5 straight, they defeated Charlotte 56-34 in the regular season finale to reach bowl eligibility at 6-6. While Tulsa, they won their last 3 games to get to 6 wins, including that 34-31 win at SMU in the regular season finale to get to that 6-6 record. Craig Loper from our sister station in Norfolk, he's on the scene in South Carolina covering the Monarchs, and he has a preview of Monday's game.
Thursday night in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, ODU head coach Ricky Ronnie and Tulsa head coach Philip Montgomery stepping to the mic and answering questions about their respective teams as they get ready to battle it out for this right here, the Myrtle Beach Bowl trophy. It should be a good one too. Both teams sitting at 6-6 on the year. The Monarchs, of course, riding that 5-game win streak. Tulsa on a 3-game win streak themselves. I asked both head coaches the difference between a 6-7 season and a 7-6 season.
The beautiful part about playing in a bowl game is you get a chance to end as a champion on the year, and that's what everybody goes into the season wanting to, be. We don't always talk about those goals. We talk about going 1-0 and getting better each and every day. But every single person in that room wants to end as a champion, and we have that opportunity.
Just being able to send our seniors out in the right way, finish our season out the way we want to. I don't think of it from 7-6. I think of it more of just anytime you get to win the last one, you're going to be happy, and you're going to be able to carry that momentum not only into January, into recruiting, and into all of that part of it, but you send your seniors out the right way.
Obviously, the culmination of all this is next Monday's bowl game, but such a big part of this entire experience is everything off the field, the team bonding together, the bus rides, the hotel rooms, and getting a chance to take in the beach together along with some fun activities. Head coach Ricky Ronnie on the importance of all that.
That's a huge part of it. I mean, that's why that's why these bowls are so important to college football, because giving all these kids these memories, this is awesome.
This is actually Ricky Ronnie's 11th consecutive bowl game as a coach. This one, though, his first as a head coach. He jokingly said at the mic today the difference between all those ones and this one, well, now as a head coach, well, he just answers a lot more questions. I'm Craig Loper reporting in South Carolina. Back to you.
And thank you so much, Craig, for that awesome report. Well, that does it for this edition of Commonwealth Bowl Blitz. Now, to see all of our coverage of the bowl teams, you can go to WFXRTV.com, and you can download the WFXR News app. We'll also have complete coverage of Virginia Tech being in the Pinstripe Bowl. David Guzman will be in New York. I will be in Boston covering the Virginia Cavaliers in the first ever Fenway Bowl. Well, for WFXR Sports, I'm Jermaine Farrell. Hope all your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed night and weekend, everyone, and enjoy the holiday season.